Hey guys, Sonic Eggman here reviewing Pac-Man on the Atari 2600.
Alright, so I'm going to try something a little different this time. This is officially the first time I've reviewed on the channel a game I don't like, and boy is it a stinker. First things first, let's sort out this lack of soundtrack situation. Please enjoy the smooth sounds of royalty-free internet jazz music. Wait for it. Ah, that's better. Released in 1982, Pac-Man is a great example of how not to do a port. From the very beginning, when you fire this game up, you can't help but notice the graphics. Gone are the simple, charming character sprites, replaced with a partially paralysed Pac-Man and second-rate knockoff ghosts. Alright, if I'm gonna play this, I'm gonna need a beer. Alright, let's do it. Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Instead of 4 distinct movement patterns for the ghosts, a la the arcade game, they move randomly, making predicting patterns almost impossible. As an example, what they should be doing, Blinky, aka the red ghost, follows Pac-Man around, whereas Pinky tries to get in front of Pac-Man. Anyway, forget this random fact because Atari definitely did when they were creating this port. The sound is basic, and you'll definitely find yourself missing the iconic jingle before every level. Instead of the waka waka noise we all know and love, whenever you pick up a pellet, a buzz sounds. Just listen to the soothing sound of that buzz. I could play for hours! A little tidbit about Pac-Man and this port in particular. Originally the ghosts were known as monsters, but Atari called them ghosts to explain the flickering in this version. Ever since the ghost title is stuck. Anyway, back to the review. My biggest issue with this game is the controls and the gameplay. Nothing big. Pac-Man can only face 2 directions, and it makes judging up and down corners very unpredictable. Playing a game that relies on correct decisions and pinpoint turning at the right times without good controls is like trying to drive a tank through an obstacle course. Or a Pac-Man through a crappy maze. You'd be forgiven for thinking the Atari 2600 might not be able to keep up with the powerhouse that is Pac-Man, but the story behind this cart was Atari pushed the developer to cram the game into a 4 kilobyte chip to get it out before Christmas, rather than using the newly available 8K ROM chip. Homebrew developer Dintar816 put together one of the most impressive reworks I've ever encountered in the form of the 8K remake. The graphics actually look like the original game, and it even features a jingle at the start of the levels. Enough talk about what could have been, and back to ragging on the game in question. Unfortunately, chances are you or someone you know is probably unfortunate enough to have owned this game at one point. It was the biggest selling Atari game, selling over 7 million Christmas ruining copies. I'm probably going to offend someone by giving this game so much crap, but I can't help but think of Billy waking up on Christmas morning, running downstairs, plugging the cartridge into his Atari 2600, being bitterly disappointed, and then deciding to be an accountant for the rest of his life and never play a video game again. Poor, poor Billy. That was Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, friends don't let friends play Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. Spread the word. Sonic Eggman out. Watch out for the ghost. Come on, man. Packy. Say you feel the same. You guys ever think about like Junior Pac-Man? Like how does that happen? I mean, like, between Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, I mean, they're both perfectly round, right? Like, I mean, what's the setup there? You know, how does it even happen? Anyway, I wouldn't think about it too much.